it doesn't matter how hard you row, it matters which boat you're in.
Yeah.
And essentially, when Warren Buffett said it matters which boat you're in, that is the business model you choose to pursue and also the niche you go in. So that's essentially called smart work. And if I had to choose between smart work and hard work, I would choose smart work every single time.
It's like sharpening the axe. It's like you can hit a tree and it's important to do that, but it's better to just have a sharper axe. Or in fact, invest in a chainsaw. Okay, it's like that's the best way to do it.
So the next one. So how can I stay fit and healthy while managing the demands of growing my agency?
I mean, essentially, so, it doesn't take a lot to be in good shape. It doesn't really take a lot. Like a lot of people think it's all these crazy stuff and sexy supplements and all this, but if you really just stay consistent and you sort of do just like I'll mention the couple things, but you'll be able to do that with or with, like, Under and I am doing that. You don't need to be an extreme bodybuilder, and you can look extremely good without working out 2-3 hours a day. Like Andre just said, he works out an hour and 15 minutes a day.
Yeah.
I just need to think quickly. I'm just driving here. Let me just walk through the traffic here. Whoa, what is that?
This guy's crazy. But literally, I don't think people remember, like, I was the health guy before I started my business. Oh shit, the camera. I was literally like a health guy. I went to the gym for 6 years. I was extremely disciplined with that, eating healthy. So I stayed. And the one thing I never did was slack on my health while I was building my agency. That's the number one thing. And the thing is, in the short term, you will make more money if you slack on your health. I don't know what's going on in the camera. It's like changing every now and then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But anyway, that's fine. One thing I didn't do is slack on my health. And that allowed me to sustain my business growth. And I see a lot of entrepreneurs, they do this where it's kind of like yo-yo dieting, but in business. Okay. So first they sacrifice their health to gain wealth. Then once they're like, oh shit, I'm kind of unhealthy, I'm looking terrible, I need to get my health back. Then they sacrifice their hard-earned wealth to gain their health back. So it's like yo-yo dieting, but in business and health. And that is called circular logic. It's literally like sacrificing the one for the other just to sacrifice it again.
Yeah.
And that's kind of stupid. And I really follow this philosophy of, doing 1%, or let's just take the cliche, 1% improvements every single day. On your health, on your wealth, on relationships, and happiness.
1% improvements? You just said that's bullshit.
Yeah, but like, you know what I mean? Just improving all aspects every single day.
It's such a good point. And even if you look at, for example, locked again. If you, for example, like how to be, wait, what is the specific question? Let me just make sure I'm answering the right question here.
How can I stay fit and healthy while managing the demands of growing my agency?
So remember, you only have a certain amount of energy and time to spend. And a lot of people might think, okay, well, I'm building a business. I need to optimize for this. Where's the return on investment going to be if I focus on health? I don't want to spend 2 hours at the gym, 1 hour making food or whatever. I truly believe that when you start, like Andrew just said, when you actually take care of your health, like what's the one thing I just said now previously to avoid burnout is sleep, optimizing sleep. And that is part of health, obviously. So I would say you want to isolate variables and control the controllables. So the best thing to do is to eliminate all nuance and guesswork. Because a lot of people think, oh, what's the best diet? What's the best food to eat? What's the best workout? How am I going to stay fit and lean and all this stuff? The best thing to do is to eliminate nuance and to increase your wisdom with all this stuff. And so I would highly recommend to spend 5 to 10 hours and just get the basics in. But like 6-7 core principles that I would recommend to do is to focus on get, adequate sunlight during the day. That is very big. Okay. Walk 5 to 10K steps. The more, the better. But obviously there's a time crunch. So I'm just trying to mention the 80-20 here. Then I would definitely recommend to hit the gym, but you can get a killer workout in 30 minutes, 3 times a week.
Gregor Gallagher, he trains like 2 days a week.
Yeah.
You know Gregor Gallagher?
Yeah.
He looks amazing. He's natural.
So, he's obviously just optimizing for maintaining. You're not really going to build a lot, but like, especially if you're new or like what you just said, just to maintain healthy, you don't need to be hitting the gym 5-6 times a week, 2 hours. So I would say 2 to 3 hours a week, 2 to 3 days a week, 30 minutes per day. Whole food, single ingredient foods. So any single ingredient food that you eat will be much better than any processed garbage. So you don't really need to focus on a diet, because your diet is good ingredients, okay? I don't believe in good diets. I believe in good food, and good food is actually just ingredients, single ingredients. And that's about it.
Yeah.
The rest sort of comes with doing that.
Yeah, we got about 6 minutes left until we arrive at our spot.
And I actually need to figure out where that spot is.
I've got the location.
Okay.
So
just straight?
we got 6 minutes. I think we got left for one more question. No, it's straight, and then it's left somewhere. So essentially, I'm just going to read it real quick.
We'll continue this after the dinner.
Yeah, we're going to have dinner, and then after that, we're going to continue.
Yeah.
So how can I scale effectively while maintaining exceptional service delivery?
Ooh, good point.
So the thing is, I see a lot of entrepreneurs face this problem where they want to dial in the service delivery. Like, okay, let's say they sign 1 or 2 clients, and now they want to dial in the service delivery. That's bullshit. Like, you can't do that because you don't have any feedback yet. The best way, I think it was left there.
What's the
Yeah, it was left there. But anyway, it's some time to extra minute to answer the question. I think you can go straight. Actually, go straight.
Oh, fuck the call.
It's fine.
Don't see the podcast on the while driving.
Yeah,
guys.
I won't recommend this. But essentially, people are trying to optimize the service delivery, right? You can just actually use that.
Yeah, okay.
They're trying to optimize the service delivery by signing 1 or 2 clients. That's terrible because you don't have any feedback yet. You have 0 feedback. And the way to get feedback is to sign as many clients as possible. You won't necessarily even know what's the best way to service a client if you just have 1 client. It just doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
You need to sign at least like 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you'll notice, okay, this works with this client. Let me test this with that. And then you can kind of get feedback from them, how to improve. But if you just sign 1 client, it can almost be like a fluke. Okay. So the best way to really, so the question is how to scale without compromising service delivery. The best way is to really source it out. Because if you source it out, your team members will become better at the skill anyway. So you've kind of just have to be proficient enough, like 80% there, so you know what good is. Okay. You don't have to be like amazing to source stuff out. You just need to know what good is. The same with like buying a business. You just need to know what a good business is. I have 0 knowledge on this, by the way, before you buy it. So you can't source anything out that you don't know. Yeah. That's also, I see a lot of people, they try to source out the pain. But like, you first have to kind of go through that initial pain. Yeah. Maybe like a freelancer, like I was with Iman Gaji, I learned the skill of creating viral content. And then I kind of knew, okay, I can now source this out. And now I know what good is. Okay. And then the way to then scale is source yourself out, or remove yourself from service delivery. And then also remove yourself from, marketing. So essentially getting clients, client acquisition. Remove yourself from that. And then you can only do sales. And then if you want to remove yourself from that, you can also do that, remove yourself, get a sales rep in, and then you're good.
I also think like just to optimize service delivery as well, just looking at, for example, the community that we're currently building.
Or just another point, like one of our clients stayed with us for 9 months.
Yeah, that just
shows how good our service delivery is.
Yeah. For
9 months straight. 0 questions, just like do your work.
And
which is amazing.
I would definitely say, like, I was on a call with it doesn't really matter who it was, but he was talking about, he was at a webinar on a live event with Sam Ovens and Alex Omozi, and he was talking about, and it was like a school games thing. And he said the biggest takeaway he took away from that was the importance of asking for feedback. He said Sam Ovens was asking every single person about their experience on school.
Oh, yeah.
Every single person. The head guy that was running the school, community, but as well as all the like growth operators, like everyone, every single person he went out to, and he asked for feedback. What's your experience with this? What do you think about this new thing? How do you like this event? What do you think? Just getting feedback constantly. And, that's what I'm trying to implement now currently with the clients that we do have. I think testimonials, feedback is so important because, when you can sort of just, if you ask for feedback and you just always optimize for the feedback you get, there'll come a point where it's difficult to,
mess up.
Well, because you've optimized for all the feedback. So you're literally asking your clients for all the problems and solving problems one by one. And the more you solve problems, there's going to come a point where there's going to be a lot less problems because people tend to experience the same problems.
Yeah, that's why it's so important to choose a niche. And at the start, a lot of people just want to sign clients everywhere. Like, I don't care. But the thing is, when you sign a client from a gym niche and then a hair salon and then a restaurant, they have different problems. So if you stick with one niche, usually they all experience the exact same problems. They have the exact same desires. So when you put your marketing material out, like we're going to form a VSL tomorrow, right? If we speak in that VSL, but we have like different clients from different avenues and niches, is it niches or niches? Whatever. Like we don't know how to really write that VSL because we don't know exactly their pains and problems. But if it's one specific niche, usually you're only talking to one specific client. And then with that, you'll solve their problems. And, if you sign another client, usually they have the exact same problems.